Welcome back on the fourth part of this tutorial about how to deploy a Streamlit application on Heroku with Heroku CLI. We've seen all the requirements. We have made our application that is working locally. We're going to deal with Heroku for the Heroku platform right now. So we've seen how to create a Conda environment. We've seen also, we are just in this part. I mean, we have built our application with Streamlit. We have updated our GitHub account, which is this one that I'm showing you right, actually. And we want to deploy it to Heroku. So what we're going to do to deploy to Heroku, first of all, I'm going to create first an application. So this is the name of the application that I want. And I'm going to give it the name. So the name is available. I can create it. Okay. So here is the instruction that I will go through, except that there are a few things that may change. Okay. So I have my application ready to be in Heroku, but I'm going to use, and I'm going to make it in a new, I'm going to say it's this one, a red one, and I'm going to make a connection to Heroku login. Okay, so first of all, I go there. I want to be in the same directory that I am. Okay, so we're good. So this one will be the one I'm using. The red one will be the one I'm using for Heroku. This one will be the one I'm using for let's say, for GitHub, and this one, this is where I have my application running locally with Streamlit. Okay, so I'm restarting it. Okay, so we've seen how to interact with locally, and right here I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go in the README, and I'm gonna log to Heroku. So I type here in this one, Heroku, login. I say enter, and it should open the browser, and I say login. So I'm in, okay? I'm logged, apparently, yes, I am. So I can show you what is required for Heroku to deploy this application right here, okay? So we've seen that, well, I can check it right here with this one. So the one that is important is the git ignore is not very important. It's just given by GitHub and created automatically if you want to have one. The thing that will be required by Heroku is the app, the one we are using right here. Okay, the one you see expressing here. So you see that I'm interacting with it. Let's say hello YouTube. You see, so I can change it anywhere. Hello YouTube, perfect. I'm deleting it. So you need this one. You need also the proc file. The proc file, you can find it anywhere. As my application is called app.py. If the name of this file would be, let's say, my_app_.py, you can do whatever you want. Then it will be, the proc file will be this one. You see, that helps you to deploy. That will be this one. Okay, so it's going to say, okay, launch this this setup, and launch also the Streamlit on the server. So I don't need it because I'm still have my app with .py. The README, it does not require. The requirement, we saw that it was important, and we saw previously how to create it, and it has to be named requirements.txt. Be sure of the name also, and you have the runtime, which is the version that I'm using on locally, that I've used on my environment. Let's see if I can find it quickly. You remember when I was creating my environment? Yeah, that was this one. I've specifically used this one, and that was one of the errors that I have on Heroku when I deployed the first time, it was not the correct version that it was called. So be sure to have the correct version call, and then this setup.shell. This one is used only if you're making some customization. So I just have it here, but it's useless. And this one is required, and this one also. But you don't have to change it. It just have to be there. Okay. So let's do so we have created our application. Let's do, so I'm sitting in the project, so I'm here. Okay. That's the correct one. Okay, I'm here, so I don't have to cd my project. I have already Git in it. I told you that this directory we're already inside Git. I don't want to make it, so it's useless for me. What I'm going to do that I'm going to say git remote. I'm going to type this one right here. Yeah, it's done. Okay. So I'm clearing the console, and right here, what was the difference is that they say, okay, let's say we make some change, or making some change in the app, change for Heroku, change for Heroku YouTube tutorial. Okay. So, good, okay, so I would say, okay, I've made some change. I'm just typing this one. Okay, there's change that I've been made. And right here, if I take this one, it's not going to work. Why it's not going to work? Because the branch is not called master, it's called main. Okay, so I should say main. And how do I know that? Because right here, you remember when I was doing, it was the branch was named main. If it was named master, that would be no problem. Okay, you can even rename it. I'm not going to do it. But right here, if I launch this one, main, it won't give me any errors. That was the third error that I made. And then it will start to deploy and building the source. So what it's going to do is going to install locally my stuff. So it doesn't take so long. So I think I'm going to wait, because then you will see the same application that I have right here. You will see it right there, without the hello, by the way, because I've deleted, okay? And then we will do the change at the same time. So it's installing all the stuff, which is interesting because you don't have to take care of anything. And then it will say, it will pretend, all right. So if the version, if the requirement are not here, it will say, it will throw you an error, okay? So be sure to have exactly the same directory trees. You can even leave the README, it doesn't matter. But this one, runtime is required, requirements 2, and don't mix up with it. And the setup.sh is required too. And the proc file, I guess, yeah, the proc file too. The git ignore and the README are not necessary. Okay, so yeah, it's compressing, and it's gonna launch it. So you see, you have the same package that have been installed. Apparently, my tiny Streamlit dashboard has been deployed to Heroku. So I'm going to take this one and type it into the browser. Okay, yeah, we're good. So you have it locally, and I have it right here, and I have exactly the same. If I do some change, hello. Okay, so I have it here. Okay, and for the moment I did not deploy it, but then I can redo the same action. I think, let me see, that maybe something quicker to do that. Well, I would do the same. Okay, so I would say git head, and then git commit, and say hello, added to app.py, and then I will redo the push. Okay, so he's redoing the operation. Okay, and then so it may take a while. I think there may be a shorter command, maybe just to not reinstall everything. That's maybe the case. Yeah, he's reinstalling. So maybe there's a command where you just have to update your stuff. I've also put in the README the example given, so maybe there's instruction to make new, just to update your application. Anyway, but apparently there's no way. It doesn't take so long. You see compressing and then launching. Come on. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool because then you have a full workflow environment where you can work on your project on GitHub, making the change on GitHub, and also making the change appears on your sharing application. So we've seen for Heroku, we're going to see the same thing, maybe quicker for Streamlit. I just want to show you and to fire up again. So hello, and I should see hello there. Okay, so I've seen it. Hello. So it's over. It has done the stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's done. You see? So I have both the same application. So everything I'm changing locally, I can update it and share a mirroring of my application. Okay? Even though my application is pretty stupid. Thank you for watching. I will make another tutorial about how to deploy to Streamlit, which is even simpler. Okay? See you then. Bye-bye.